What's up, guys? Elijah Scheidler here, owner and supervising broker of Venue Real Estate, and getting out to enjoy the nice weather here in our Montana Springs. Adage to live by: if you don't like the weather in Montana, just wait 5 minutes. So getting out to enjoy the nice weather today. Tomorrow's supposed to be 45 degrees. Rainy, of course, because I have a photo shoot to do outdoors, so we'll see how that works out. But wanted to check in with you again this week about the development of understanding of what does it mean to create thriving community. Now, Venue Real Estate's mission statement is building thriving community by brokering properties through collaborative commerce. But in order for you as a community to understand what does that mean, we have to dive into this aspect of what is thriving community. In last week's video, I dove into the aspect that community can be split up into two separate words: common, unity. And unity is the expression of diversity at peace with itself. So therefore, unity within community is diversity at peace with itself, moving in a common direction. Now, one of my profound pleasures in moving here to the Bozeman area back in 2014 was working at Cold Smoke Coffee House and getting to serve a wide demographic of people. It was 8,000 people that came through our shop every week. And I got to serve people who were the heads of Fortune 500 companies, clear down to hobos that would walk in off the streets looking for a free cup of coffee. I got to exercise some serious muscles of community creation and helping to establish equality under one roof. Again, it didn't matter if you were the leader of a Fortune 500 company, you were a college-age kid getting a drip cup of coffee and hoping to study for the next 6 hours and just use the free Wi-Fi. If you were under the roof of Cold Smoke Coffee House, if you were my guest, everyone was equal. Everyone was worthy of being served and asked, "How is your day? What are you working on? Keep going. I'm behind you and for you. I'm so honored that you're here and allowing me to serve you." I think as a part of that I got to then witness the strengths of each individual as they came into the shop, and to create a dossier of this beautiful connection of synergy of each person's place within common unity. It was so beautiful to get to be the keeper of people's stories, to build over time stories with people of their individual passions, hopes, and dreams. And as that history was built into me of stories over time, so beautiful then, even beyond that, to see the tapestry of individual lives being woven together to create this beautiful expression of common unity, diversity at peace with itself, moving in a common direction. Now, the reason that I could get to see that beauty was I was positioned within the flow of community to be able to receive those stories, to ask people how their day was going, to really delve into people's dreams, desires, and innate capacities, and house all of those in one spot at one time, and to see how they all connected. Now, many of the people that I got to connect with never got to connect with one another. They didn't have opportunity to connect with one another. But I did, because I got to serve them all under one roof. One of the stories that I love so much that highlights this was two different ladies that I got to serve in the same week that resonated around the same statement. Entirely two different contexts. One was I was in the drive-thru making drinks, and a lady ordered a 16-ounce latte, came up to pay for her drink, and had forgotten her wallet. I told her it's no big deal. We all do it from time to time. Please just take your drink with you, enjoy it. If you don't take it with you, I'm just gonna dump it out, and that's gonna be no good to anyone. She told me it was so delightful to be served in such a way with such understanding, and that I really helped to empower a really hard situation from being even harder, and asked, "Why are you doing this?" And I just shrugged my shoulders and I said, "Well, ma'am, it's Bozeman." It was so cool then to get to see her just erupt and say, "That's right." I love that about this town. Just so you know, this would never happen in the town where I'm from. That's why we moved here. I love the sense of just generosity and caring and understanding in Bozeman. Darn straight it's Bozeman. She drove off. She came back the next day, got another drink, left us a huge tip, and just said how glad she was to live here in the Bozeman area. Later that same week, one of my regulars that would come in was a group of little old ladies. I loved them to death. They're just so awesome. There's a unique capacity of being an older person where you learn the skill of being able to insult people and make them like it. They would come in all the time, razz me, give me a hard time, and then sit around and drink coffee, tell stories about their week, remember the days of being younger in the Bozeman community together. So beautiful. One of the ladies came in, got her 8-ounce cup of drip coffee, went to pay for it, and likewise had forgotten her wallet. She rummaged around through her handbag and found that she had her check. Asked me, "Can I pay for my coffee with a check?" I said, "Of course, go ahead." So she wrote a check for $1.50, and when she went to hand it to me, her face fell. She said, "Oh no, I don't have my wallet to be able to write down my driver's license number. Are you gonna take my check? Oh, this is horrible." I said, "Well, of course I'll take your check. Do you have money in your bank account?" She said, "Of course, I'm good for it." $1.50. It's not nothing to quibble over. I said, "Well, of course, ma'am, I'll take your check." I opened the cash register, put the check in, and as I was doing it, she said, "Why are you taking my check? Everywhere I go now in Bozeman, they always ask for my driver's license. Like, why are you taking my check?" I looked at her and I shrugged my shoulders, looked right, looked left, and said, "Ma'am, it's Bozeman." In this context, my little old lady, rather than just saying doggone straight it's Bozeman, she had some more salty words for me and said, "Of course it's Bozeman. That's the Bozeman I've always loved. All these people coming in from the outside, changing my city, and now everybody's asking for my driver's license," and shuffled off to her table. I think the thing that this highlights is that there was one phrase that it's Bozeman. When you love the town of Bozeman, that you love that we hang out in the outdoors, we do extreme things, we go skiing on the Great One in the middle of July on icy snow just because we want to take some turns, when we gather together to help one another in community, that when we band together to accomplish the impossible by sacrificing to serve one another, when people say, "Why are you doing this?" that when you're a part of Bozeman, you look at one another confusedly and you say, "It's Bozeman." That's the beauty of being in common unity together. When you have a shared commonality, that you have shared identity towards a common goal in strengths and capacities, that my strength helps to uphold your weakness and your strength serves to uphold mine, and that we're connected in diversity at peace with itself, moving in a common direction. The beauty is that there is an unknown enjoyment of life together in Bozeman where it's axiomatic. You just look at each other and say, "It's Bozeman. It's what we do." Now, the beauty of that is that's why so many people are coming to our community, because of the difference that exists here. It's that element of serving one another and pressing into the impossible with the resources that we have and seeing them multiplied in a way that's so neighborly. That's what's drawing people here. Now, the beautiful aspect is that we're in a period of transition where we're discovering the new frontier of what it looks like to be the Bozeman community in 2022. And the difficulties that we're facing together as a community to overcome are much different than plowing the ground by hand and building cabins out of logs and trying to figure out the social dynamics of people that are so diverse with one another and learning how to live in the same land of abundance. The only thing that changes about history is who interprets it. And those who don't learn from history are destined to repeat it. We're in a new era of settling the Wild West. Our difficulties look different, but the dynamics are still the same. you want to hear more about what I'm up to in Venue Real Estate, reach out to me. I'd love to sit down, have a cup of coffee with you, chat about what I'm up to, and see how we might be able to collaborate together here in the Bozeman community. Hope you guys enjoy your day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.